And we are back. And Elegant's face is looking really bright. Elegant's turned into an angel. Oh, there we go. For a second, I thought you were like ascending to heaven or something. You just had like a halo of light around your face. You're also muted, by the way.
I'm muted. Yeah, that would be really bad timing.
Yes, good. So I'm not the only one. So you've done it too now. All right. Whew.
Okay, we're all good. We're all good. And I can't even blame hotkeys because I've got nothing to do right here. I just have to sit and talk, and I can't even do that right. Woohoo!
All right. So we are about to go into the final game, but first, a shout out to our sponsors, Razer and Twitch, for making the TLS possible. Thank you so much. They also gave us our headsets. And by the way, guys, so every time we do a cast, right, I'm like, okay, everybody go buy Razer stuff and, you know, support the sponsors. And you know what? I did just that. I bought myself a birthday present. Look, I got like a Razer keyboard here. Look at that sick logo thingy.
It's a beauty.
And I've got a Razer mouse now. You know, I used to be one of those guys who's like, it's fine. I'll just use like, you know, the stock, whatever.
Yeah.
Dell mouse or something, but now I got myself a fancy Razer mouse. And you know what? You know what's even better than that? I just randomly saw Liquid Red streaming today. I was like, I haven't watched Red stream in a while. I'll just click it. I'll just see what's up. And so I clicked the stream, and he had his keyboard view, and you know what he had? He had the same mouse and keyboard as I'm using now. Great times.
What a time to be alive. I mean, I'm using the same mouse as well.
Yes, and Elegant has the same one as well. So we're like soulmates with Red. It's good.
We're so good. We're so good. This is exactly what I always wanted. I mean, I'm actually living the dream right now. I'm commentating an official Team Liquid stream. I have the same gear as Rhett. I've got free stuff in my room. It's just it's amazing. This is the life.
It's the esports stream.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah, absolutely, man. Not to mention the free T-shirt, which.
Oh look, we're matching. We're matching. Quick. Virtual chest bump.
Can we do it? Can I get higher?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Team Liquid.
So good, and it's so soft. I feel so luxurious.
These are free too, by the way. We just got free swag everywhere. It's amazing.
Yeah. Brag over.
Okay. What were we here for?
I don't even know.
StarCraft. One more game. All right.
Yeah. StarCraft.
Yes. Okay. Hey, there's the group. Okay. So we are now on the last match, as you can see. Technics has already advanced from the group. He's in the round of 16. Liquid Drone, sadly, has been eliminated from the round of 24. But that's alright. We may see more of him in the future, of course. There are many TLS seasons to come. That's right. This is only Season 1 of the TLS. This is, in fact, a tournament series. There are at least 3 more planned for now. So it's very exciting.
Yeah.
But
it is exciting.
For the moment, we have Enjoy Me versus Project, a rematch from set number 1. The winner of this best of 1 goes on to the round of 16. The loser is out.
Yes, indeed. So this is everything to play for. These guys are going to be fighting tooth and nail. And Enjoy Me, I would expect them to bring out something a little bit interesting because, as we saw last time, it wasn't particularly close between these guys. So I would think Enjoy Me is probably going to try and throw a bit of a curveball Project's way. Project's going to have to deal with that, and I think he's capable. But again, I'm hesitant to call this one just because of the situation it's in. I think that both these players are going to be doing everything they can to win, however they can.
Do you think Project is going to 14 CC again?
No. But that would be the ultimate surprise.
That would be. It'd be pretty crazy. Enjoy Me's like, there's no way he's going to do it again.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god, he could actually do it.
Alright, so with that, let us actually find out what he's going to do here in the final game of Group A.
That's it.
Alright, here we are in the final set of the group at the bottom right rather. As the brown Perdos, we have Vanatier. At the bottom left, as the yellow Terran, we have Enjoy Me. Sorry, Project. God, what am I doing? Man. What? Man, you know, it's the worst when it happens when you're laddering too. There's so many times like I've built a pylon in a random corner where you can't build any buildings because I thought I was spawning in a different location.
Yeah, I've done that. And I feel really, really stupid.
Yeah, I don't know how it happens. Oh, wait a minute, that's an early probe. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, geez.
Oh, yes, I love it when people make it look like I'm actually really clever. This is brilliant. So we have Enjoy Me sending out a probe to the middle of the map where it's going to be laying down some proxy gating action. I can only imagine that's what's going to be happening. Yes, there it is. There is the pylon. The pylon is on 8. And imagine he's going to follow that up with a 2-gate. Can't really imagine what else. Well, he could just do a 1-gate and just put on the pressure and then scale it back and maybe go into a 2-gate Dragoon kind of thing. Maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe a bit more common against Terrans to just go for the 1-gate, in fact.
It wouldn't be unheard of, but I'm feeling the 2-gate here, Elegant. I'm feeling it. All right, here we go. 1. He built it on 8 as well. Oh, no, he's just going to do 1 gate.
There you go.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm just completely off this game. I mean, I can't call the colors, the players, the builds. Oh, we should just talk about something else.
Yeah, we probably should. What TV shows do you like? Because you know this whole Brood War thing.
I watch cooking shows actually.
You watch cooking shows?
Yeah, dude. I don't
Really?
watch like drama or anything like that. I learned how to cook like a man.
That's actually quite cool.
Yeah.
And I hear the girls love a man who can cook.
Exactly.
As well.
See, it's all part of the master plan.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, my girlfriend doesn't like me to cook because when we're in the same place, she's quite controlling, and then it's like, no, get away from
Does
the
that
kitchen.
just mean you
But
suck
yeah.
at cooking, Elegant?
No,
Is that what
I
that
cook well.
means?
No, I cook well, but she doesn't give me even the opportunity to prove it.
Oh,
Maybe
I
if
don't
watch
know,
the
man.
cooking.
I don't know. I think she just doesn't want to say it to your face, but you just like are really bad at cooking.
I get so submissive in the kitchen. She's like, I'm like, what can I do? I can do something complicated. She's like, just chop the potatoes. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not bad though. I'm good. If anyone wants to come around for a meal, I'll prove it. I'll prove it to you right here, right now.
Cook for the stream viewers. Let's do it. We should have a cooking segment on TLS. It'll be
We
amazing.
should have a cook-off. Oh,
Yeah.
imagine that.
Alright, so first Zealot coming in. Oh, the Marine's heading out, but he's got a good anti-Zealot SimCity here at the top of his ramp, so the Zealot won't be able to hit this Marine. The thing I'm slightly concerned about is it's quite far away from his mineral line and from where he's probably going to build his factory, so that might cause problems later, but for the meantime, he should be good to go. Shouldn't lose that SCV, really.
No, probably not.
Bit of a mistake there, but not a big deal. Now, Project was actually, looks like going for a 1-Rax expand. His gas is super duper late, and you can see he built up a lot of minerals. And I think that plan's kind of been put on hold because of this early Zealot aggression. So it's looking like this 1-gate Zealot attack is going to do really, really well here, kind of countering Project's greedy opener.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think this is actually going to work out quite nicely for Enjoy Me. If he can micro it correctly, will he be able to get a couple of hits on the... Oh, he will manage to get one Marine if he micros it correctly. And he does micro it right at the end. I think he can actually head on over and start to take care of some SCVs right now as well, because that kind of forces these Marines out of position, which is good. And we see the Marines come way out of position right there. And the Zealot's going to be actually almost able to trap one more Marine right there right now, but not being able to quite do so. But yeah, these Zealots are going to be able to do some serious damage. And another one coming in to follow up. I'm surprised. It seems like there was quite a break right there between the first 2 Zealots and the next one. So maybe this is kind of an afterthought for Enjoy Me. He thought he'd produce 2 and then is going to go heavier given the effectiveness of it, but I think that last Zealot's going to be maybe a little bit too late on the scene. He's going to have to try and keep this one alive for as long as he possibly can.
I think he cut for a second so he could make a second gateway and a core in his base, and you can see he's getting Dragoon range now, so he didn't actually, maybe, I think, you know what I think? I think that Zealot attack was more effective than he thought it would actually be.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Because when you only go for 1-gate Zealots, you're just trying to do some aggressive harassment, but the thing is, because Project was originally planning to do a 1-Rack CC build, it actually was much more effective than it might otherwise have been. And I think actually if he'd gone for 2 gateways, he might have just outright won the game. But
I think so.
So you know, he was planning to do this transition because he thought the Zealots would die faster, but then he was like, oh, these Zealots are staying alive for a really long time. But then he just kept going with his plan anyway, which is not necessarily bad. I mean, you know, he did a good amount of damage, and now he's going to be able to put on 2-gate goon pressure.
You actually went into another language temporarily there. We do have... Sorry. We do have... Oh, I need to control myself. We do have a Dragoon coming in. It's going to take a lot of hits from the Marines right there, and he's going to lose most of his health. But there is another Dragoon coming in to back him up, so it's not all bad. And we're going to have 3 Dragoons in the natural right here. Oh, an SCV managing to sneak out. Is he just scouting, or is he going to make an extra hidden base at some point. Your guess is as good as mine right here. But the Dragoon pressure is about to start really taking its toll when the Dragoon range kicks in, which is happening in the space of about 20 seconds or so. So then we're really going to see Enjoy Me try and do the serious damage. I think it's interesting what you said before. I really think a 2-gate would have done the deal right here. And I think Enjoy Me is going to be kicking himself for not being a little bit keener on the Zealot production right there.
Yeah, now that I look at this situation, I feel like Enjoy Me is really far behind because Project's mining away happily from his natural. He's got plenty of SCVs now. He didn't actually lose that many SCVs in the Zealot attack. And look at this, the Nexus is only halfway done. So
yeah.
I think Project is way more ahead than I would have thought, given how long those Zealots were in the base there. Just really good micro, I guess. Oh, he's got to repair that attack. Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no, the bunker goes down! Oh shit! Oh my god, that's a huge mistake from Project. All the SCVs are coming off the line now. He should have had SCVs repairing that. I don't know why he didn't have them there ready. Oh man, I think he didn't actually expect the range to be done that quickly because Enjoy Me did go for a very, very fast core, not, cutting those Zealots as we said earlier. And now Project could be in big trouble, but doing a nice drill, he's going to catch one of the Dragoons at least. I think he is going to get one Dragoon.
Maybe two. No, he's just going to get one of them. And the tank is now out, so he should be able to defend, but he's lost so many SCVs. That was a real mistake right there from Project.
Oh, he's got siege mode.
Just when he was looking like he might be in a great position. Siege mode is done though. Oh, and that's a big hit, man. To take down the Dragoons. So we've lost 2 Dragoons right here for Enjoy Me. Quite fortunate there that he was able to drill, but nonetheless, that was quite a shock, really. And you really portrayed that shock very, very effectively right there. Dude. But wow, I'm surprised that I'm really surprised at the way that went.
I almost had a heart attack. Dude, when that happens, that's almost always just instant GG. The Dragoons walk in your base, your first tank gets sniped, and you just die. You die! But I think this scouting SCV might have helped save Project, because this scouting SCV gave him vision of minerals to stack to, so he could drill the Dragoons away in time for his siege mode. Also, he went straight for siege instead of doing any kind of vulture shenanigans, so I think that definitely helped as well. Although that's usually the standard thing to do anyway once you go after a fast expand build. Yeah. But man, that's the scariest moment there when that bunker goes down because you weren't paying attention. Oh. Yeah, that was so almost. It was not great for Project, but that could well have been game over right there. And as you're exactly right, it way would have been more likely for him to die to that than survive at that point. So getting away with it quite nicely there, just somehow thanks to good fortune and quickness of mind right there, drilling out to a mineral patch. We do meanwhile have an observatory happening and 10th Player Archives happening at the same time from Enjoy Me. So he's going to be really sucking up all that gas at a pretty high rate. So maybe he's going to run into trouble. Well, at least he's definitely going to spend every last penny he has of his gas on his tech. So maybe he's going to be a little bit light on Dragoons for a while, but I guess we'll see. And is he continuing to produce off the middle gateway as well? It doesn't look like he is. So he's going to be quite short on unit count for a while. With a third base and with all that tech coming in at the same time, I don't know how safe this is. Yeah, I'm wondering about this. Is he going to go for like super fast arbiters, or is he going to DT drop and use DTs to defend against the push? Okay, he's making DTs. Is he making a shuttle?
No shuttle.
Okay, so it looks like he's just going to use DTs on the ground to help defend. And that's an interesting idea because he is going for a pretty quick third base here, and as you said, he's not going to have very many units. So in order to defend any kind of early attack from Project, he would need something like a DT, where basically he'll be relying on Project not having enough scans to actually push all the way to his base. But on the other hand, Project has actually gone for a very fast third, so those DTs won't be particularly useful for the time being. Because he wasn't actually going to attack anyway. So now Project's going to get a pretty quick third up. Of course, the Protoss third was a little bit earlier, but that kind of balances the fact that the Terran's natural is much faster. So I think right now the game is actually pretty close. And it'd be interesting to see how Enjoy Me transitions from this. He's getting a Stargate. I was going to say the natural transition would be to go for Arbiters now.
Yeah, I think the Stargate's a sensible choice at this point because it has more longevity, because once the Terra builds up a significant amount of scan, there's really very little DT is going to be able to do, save for 1 or 2 lucky Mind Dragons maybe, but it's really not worth the amount you have to spend usually on DTs in order to try and get the Mind Dragon in the first place. So this actually, as we've discussed many times before, worked out fairly well for Enjoy Me to kind of, when in a behind position, just to kind of take a strange gamble and to go for something like a really early third base and a whole lot of tech. So he might have been able to actually catch up a fair amount of ground right there. But meanwhile, I guess fortunately for him, Project decided to go for an early third. If Project had decided to go for a push, I think that Enjoy Me would have been dead in the water right there and then.
Yep, looks like, oh, one DT gonna try and sneak around here. You threw away 2 DTs already, but this one might at least get a siege tank for its troubles. Oh, it looks like no more scan. Oh, I think he's got no energy. He's got no energy.
Yeah, he's got no energy. Might lose 2 siege tanks, 3 siege tanks right now. Oh, 4 HP left on that siege tank right there. So that is going to be reparable. But losing a fair number of units right there. Project needs to take better care of his expensive siege tanks. Meanwhile, Enjoy Me is finally building up some kind of decent force, so he's not looking as vulnerable as he might. And yeah, Project not really looking like he's going to be able to do anything too dangerous too soon, with Enjoy Me still ahead on the supply count as well.
Man, Enjoy Me needs more gateways though. He's still on 4 gateways. His Arbiter Tribunal's almost done, but I mean, Arbiters are nice, but you need ground units underneath them to actually, you know, do damage. We saw in the first game actually, you know, he had 4 Arbiters with +1 attack, and they just, you know, slowly pipping away at siege tanks, not actually doing any damage. Project is about to have 6 factories finished here, so Enjoy Me really needs to step up the infrastructure here. He's now adding gateways, but definitely needs those ASAPly. Meanwhile, also sneaking a base here at the top right, that's going to get denied by these vultures.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit lax for Enjoy Me not to have any kind of defensive there. I mean, he should probably have at least 1 Dragoon or so blocking the ramp just to kind of...
Oh, he's got no op speed. He's going to walk into the mines.
Oh my god, he doesn't have op speed. He might actually run into a bunch of mines right here. If he gets unlucky and most of the Dragoons make it past, and then one of them right in the middle pops up those mines, he could lose 4 Dragoons at once right there. Without too much of a stretch of the imagination. The obs, he is going to wait for the obs, so it is going to get over there. And he should be able to deal with these mines without any kind of calamity. And he's fairly not at risk for any kind of attack in the meanwhile, because he did manage to pick off a fair number of siege tanks earlier. So Project not going to be ready to move out just yet. But even so, Dragoon is going to be out of position for quite a significant amount of time. And I hope he leaves at least 1 behind, just for some kind of more permanent defense right now. But he's going to be able to save that Nexus and prevent that from going down to just a few vultures. Although having said that, the vultures have taken a fair amount of its health off already, so it's not looking too healthy. But he is definitely going to be able to save that. And meanwhile, what's he researching first in his Arbiter Tribunal? He's going for recall first again. I think this is really, really weird not to be going for either energy or stasis first in this situation.
Yeah, it looks like he just wants to be aggressive here. I mean, maybe he's just banking on Project being a little bit more defensive a little while longer, you know, because Project has gone for the kind of turtle on 3 bases style and max out strategy that we see very commonly on Fighting Spirit, just because your 3rd base is so easy to take on this map. You know, this kind of style is much better suited to this map than the first map, Ground Zero, that Project also kind of tried a similar thing on. So I think it'll probably work out a little bit better. Although in this case, Enjoy Me also is not doing too bad, so this top right base has gone up. He will be able to transfer some probes there, and hopefully not blow them up on that mine. Nope, it looks like he's good to go. And these vultures have, you know, they've done a little bit of damage, but otherwise they've mostly just been annoying rather than doing any actual tangible damage. So I'm hoping that Enjoy Me's Arbiters at least will be more effective this game. Maybe last game he was like, well, my stasis is sucked, so let me just go for recall instead and see if that works.
Yeah, although he went for super recall, super late stasis rather, last game as well, and we can see how badly that worked out for him, because he really could have done with stasis earlier in those battles. So I still don't really like the decision to go for recall first. It takes a lot of energy and doesn't really help you when you're defending against a push, apart from just a sort of big counter. But even if you go into a base trade situation, the Terran can often come off significantly better, because he can keep more of his units alive, it can kill you faster, etc. So it doesn't necessarily work out that well, and I think maybe stasis would be a better shout here. And Project is looking like he's almost ready to move out. This guy maxes out quickly. His supply is really rocketed up. Oh my goodness, 186 supply. When only a few minutes ago I was looking at him thinking it's going to be a long time before he's going to be able to be aggressive. And both these guys now pretty much maxed. So it's time to see a flashpoint right here. Vulture's moving out, laying down some cheeky spider mines around and about. Might be able to grab themselves a few sneaky zealot kills if they are lucky.
Now the thing is, even though oh, hold on, looks like, are they gonna need kills? I think the 3 cannons will be plenty though. Yeah, looks like not going to do too much. The thing about this map, though, is even though the 3rd base is much easier to take than on Ground Zero in the first set, the push path is much more open, as you can see here. There's no little cliff things to help block a flank. So if Enjoy Me does get or rather, it definitely allows Enjoy Me to get a much more favorable engagement than he did in the first game if he positions his army correctly. It's still down to him to position correctly, but the map gives him the opportunity to do that, whereas Ground Zero, I think, kind of limited him a lot more in that sense. And you can see already he's kind of positioning his units around, trying to get ready for a flank.
I think this is quite smart. I would quite like him to be flanking with zealots rather than dragoons. I don't know if that group is to head off vultures or to flank, but either way, I think it's probably better to prepare for the battle at this point. It's probably better to do so with Zealots. He's managing to take care of a few vultures that are up on the left-hand side of the map, so maybe they were kind of expecting Zealots to be going around for the flank, and that's why he sent Dragoons instead. Maybe doing a little bit of clever mind gaming right there. And it looks like the Arbiters are going to start laying down their lives for the good of the Protoss. No, it looks like this once they are going to make an escape, but only just... Did we see an EMP right there? Did we see an EMP? We did see EMP. There is no stasis in this army, no recall either, but not that that was really going to help in this situation. Project definitely has a window with which he can do some damage.
Oh man, meanwhile, it looks like some spider mines annoyingly blocking a attempted 5th base at the top right. Oh my god, look at Vanetier's bank! He's got 4,000 minerals in the bank. He needs to be throwing down like 50 gateways at the top right here so that he can replenish his army. Because in Maximer, there's... Oh, it looks like losing a couple of High Templar there to a spider mine. Oh, stasis! Stasis! Oh, grabs 3 science vessels! And 2 tanks as well, so no more EMPs with this army anymore, which is actually going to be quite handy. But yeah, in max versus max battles, generally the Terran steamrolls the Protoss. The thing is though, the Protoss can remax a lot faster than the Terran. So so as long as they kind of whittle down the Terran army slowly but surely, they can win in the end. But oh man, miscontrol from Enjoy Me.
Yeah, and he's suddenly gone down to 171 supply versus Terran's 196. Where has that 30 or so supply gone? For Enjoy Me, he's just kind of been bleeding units right here.
Yep, that's not what he wants at all, and he's still only got 1, looks like 2 arbiters here, but only
he has 1 dragoon in his army. 1 dragoon in total in his standing army right now.
What? And it's almost dead too.
And it's pretty much dead, so he has nothing against vultures at this point, unless he fights in very close quarters with zealots and uses the tank splash damage as well. But wow, Enjoy Me's army is looking pretty vulnerable at this point, and Project's just able to keep on pushing and pushing, and is being pretty much completely the EMP goes down on the Arbiters. It is Enjoy Me's time. If he's ever going to get a decent engagement position, this is going to be it. There is quite a heavy Goliath contingent, but they're of course good enough to be able to deal with Zealots pretty much no problem. And all the Zealots go down, especially given the EMPs which we've seen so far. No surprise that the Zealots didn't last very long, and Enjoy Me has pretty much no army left at all. 161 supply rapidly dwindling against Project 182, relatively intact even after that first battle. Usually max versus max should leave both sides severely dented, but Enjoy Me unable to do any damage to siege tanks whatsoever, and I'm like 99% sure this time he's definitely going to lose his natural expansion.
Yeah, there's no way he can stop this army anymore. He's going for a counterattack, but there's so many mines in the way, and he's got just a single dragoon, and it's going to suicide.
Yeah.
So now his zealots can't even move because there's mines here. They've got nothing to clear.
They're going to move. They're going to move anyway.
Oh, they're going in. Actually, there's no mines blocking the direct route, so they can do a little bit of damage here, but probably not much more. And look at all these tanks here rolling into the Protoss naturally. He was trying to just regroup in his main base. It's a bit unfortunate for him. He's still got 4,000 minerals. That's kind of like the worst feeling when you lose a game and you have 4,000 minerals back. You're like, well, what if I had 40 more zealots? Would I have won the game? Probably.
I mean, it's definitely better than not having them. And so Enjoy Me should really be taking a close look at this right here. He has the units queued in gateways. He does not have the necessary gateway count. He could have definitely done way better with this. He was careless with his units. He didn't get the stasis off that he would have needed in the engagements. He got EMP'd really, really heavily. I mean, it just didn't come together for him. Now he has a group of dragoons moving across towards the Terran's natural expansion, but it's too late. He's going to be able to cut off reinforcements. That's going to be just about it. Maybe going to be able to clear out a decent number of the units which are coming into his main base. A good storm going down and a few tanks in the Goliath as well there. Nice demage from Project, not needing the EMPs anymore, and he knows it. Those guys can be able to take care of the Arbiters once again, as we are not too unaccustomed from seeing from Enjoy Me, and Project's going to be able to push up to the top right hand corner as well. I think the dream is about to die for a Protoss player.
Yeah, although, a big force of goons coming out here, although without any zealots it'll be a little bit tricky for them to deal with all those siege tanks, and oh man, I think they're going to get murdered here. Project also completely out-operating him with that 3-2 versus 2-1.
Yeah,
so,
it shows.
Yeah,
it shows.
So well, it looks like Drayton actually barely going to clean up this force in his main, surprisingly. The Project is with a huge force now rolling through the middle of the map. Looks like he doesn't care about the main anymore. He's going after the expansions, although look at this. Project has 4,000 minerals in the bank as well. He's mined out his main as natural. But the problem is his army is just so big that it doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah. Well, the supply difference isn't actually all that huge. Project's kind of doing it again. It's just not 100% safe. And once again, we have to look at Enjoymy's position and think if he'd have made proper use of his arbiters earlier on, then maybe it wouldn't be so rough for him right now. And he is finally using stasis to good result, and he is able to take a few siege tanks out of the equation right there. Sniping off a science vessel might just give him a window to mop up some of this Terran army, but however, his dragoons all going down means that he's going to be left with no units once again. He's going to have to try and replenish off a dwindling economy, but really, his economy doesn't even matter at that much at this point, because he's just got so much cash in the bank that he can just keep producing units, and Project is actually going to lose most of his army right here. I can't believe we are finding ourselves in this position again.
Oh man, Project. He always just wants to tease us a little bit, you know?
No, he likes playing with our emotions.
You know, he's like playing with his food. He's giving the Protoss some small hope that he can come back before he crushes him mercilessly.
Yeah.
Ah, what a devious Terran he is.
It's a little bit mean, but Enjoy Me is still kind of in with a shot, I'm going to say. It's weird the Project hasn't shut down the 3 o'clock base yet. I find that very, very odd and difficult to comprehend, because he could easily have shut it down with just kind of 1 or 2 siege tanks positioned in the right place. And once again, we've got this weird kind of arbiter reinforcing kind of thing, where the arbiter's going to come in and try and do the damage, and they're taking down science vessels. They do again have the +1 cannon, so what is up with these arbiters? And
oh man, does he seriously get +1 attack for arbiters? Like, for anyone who doesn't actually know, arbiters have almost no DPS. They do 10 damage, they shoot ridiculously slowly. It's explosive damage as well, so it doesn't even do full damage to all units. Yeah. It's really, really bad.
It does about as much damage as a probe.
Yeah, basically they have an attack, but it's like a worker attack. You're not really supposed to use it in engagement. It's just like a desperation measure.
Yeah, I don't even know why they built it into the game.
Times are pretty desperate now, to be fair.
Well, if you're going to use desperation, this is a moment.
He's got 3 kills on this one.
He's actually mopping up these siege tanks with his arbiters. He's going to save the top right-hand corner base with his arbiters.
He's chasing the tanks away. It's unbelievable. Wait, he's got 5 kills, 6 kills between the arbiters, and they're like all siege tank kills too. This is crazy. And he throws away another arbiter, which just about had energy for stasis, but he stasis out more siege tanks, and he's going to be able to save those probes. Not sure what difference that really makes, but Project's units are rapidly shrinking. He's running out of minerals on the left-hand side base. All those arbiters. Oh, nice storm going down on the Goliaths. He needs those Goliaths right now, because weirdly, these arbiters are actually proving to make life somewhat difficult. But however, it looks like most of them are going to go down. One of them does still have a stasis left in it, but it's not looking like Enjoyme is particularly keen to use his stasis up right now. But how has this happened, Sale? Well, Project has gotten another base now, so he's not gonna like run out of minerals suddenly. And
that was the danger, though.
Yeah, it was very close. Until I saw that 6 level base, I was like, oh my god, if Project loses this game, that would be ridiculous. But I think it's exceedingly unlikely now. I mean, he's at 168 supply against 97. Enjoyme is fighting valiantly. He's basically just abusing as much Protoss imbalance as he can.
But why didn't he do this earlier? Why didn't he do this earlier? Again, now he's using stasis. Now he's using his army correctly. But earlier he was just throwing army away. He was throwing arbiters away. He was getting EMP left, right, and center. Why now, Enjoyme? Why now?
Hey, it's when you're in the toughest spots. That's when you make the best plays. You know, that's why like Day 9 recommends playing against better players as well as worse ones, because you learn different things. Against both.
You absolutely do. We once again see Enjoyme kind of clearing out the majority of Project's forces, but he's definitely not going to be able to do the whole job. And honestly, it looks like Project's going to be able to now mop this up. He's back on 174 supply, whilst Enjoyme is down on 90 supply only. So it's going from bad to worse for our Protoss player. But again, for a moment there, he looked like he could still be in it.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, it's kind of the last, you know, oh, I don't want to leave the game because then I'm eliminated from TLS. But I think
the longer you're in TLS, the better. Yeah. Even if you're dead already.
Basically that. It's kind of entering fantasy GG timing mode.
Yeah, it really is.
Looks like maybe if he loses his last base, he'll be it or something. Maybe he's going to do a last final charge with all his units, Reach style. I mean, Reach doesn't GG until he's at, you know, single-digit supply either. Just fights down to the last probe.
Yeah.
In true man fashion, but...
It is manly. And once again, we have an EMP going down on Mr. Arbiter. So the Arbiter also then going to die. GG and good luck from Enjoyme. So that means that Project will be going through, I believe, and that will put Enjoyme out of the tournament once and for all. He will have to wait until next time. So congratulations to Project, and commiserations indeed to Enjoyme.
Yep, it is exactly as Elegant has said. So I win Liquibet. Sorry,
Congratulations.
I suck at Liquibet, man. I was like liquid betting SRT. I got like 2 out of 9 correct. It's terrible. Like Anyway, so yes, I'm happy. If anyone didn't know, you can liquid bet TLS. It's in the Brood War liquid bets thing. So it's good fun. You should try it.
Yeah, I missed the opportunity to participate, actually. I only noticed it just before the cast started, and I was like, oh, can I do it? I can't do it. It was very
Elegant tried to cheat. He tried to do it after the cast. You know who won? He was liquid bet them. Be like,
I think Team Liquid are wise to that. Yeah, I'd just be feeling so superior right there. But no, it wasn't to be. Team Liquid were all over it.
We know your tricks. We know your tricks, Elegant.
I'm so devious. Well, I think I am. Clearly, I'm not.
Okay, so as you can see on the screen, LRM Technics and Project advanced to the round of 16. Big congrats to them. Whee!
Yeah!
And so Technics is first, Project is second. I think that'll have something to do with the seeding going into the next round, because of course round of 16 is also a group stage.
Yes, it is.
I believe it's just the same format as what we're doing currently, just with different maps. So it's all good stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff indeed, which is nice because it gets people out of the way and it gets us to the later stages, and later the better. Although having said that, we are already seeing some really good players coming through, but we're still seeing those slightly odd games. I mean, I'm so surprised by Drone. I'm slightly surprised by how Enjoy Me's played. I would have expected him to play a little better than he did, and at least to make effective use of his arbiters. We didn't see a single recall today, for example, which was very strange.
To be fair, you're going to go up against a guy like Project.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
It gives it a kind of awkward, unbalanced look when you see Project play against Technics, and then you see him play against Enjoy Me. So it's like Project is made to look really bad, and then Enjoy Me is made to look worse as a result.
Yeah.
So it's pretty unfortunate for poor Enjoy Me.
I mean, yeah, I feel kind of bad. I mean, Enjoy Me basically was the 12th place in points, so he barely squeaked in on points, 1 point ahead of Oxerg, and then he gets a group with 2 of the top foreigner players. Even if one of them's out of shape, it's still a pretty rough group. So he fought valiantly, made it to the final match, but alas, it was not to be. And yeah, so that's Group A, and now we have Group B. Huh, it's magic.
Featuring more awesomeness, more awesome players.
That's right. If anyone doesn't know, Group B is Bakuryu, Infected, G5, and TTF. So we'll bring you that group right after this break.
Stick around, guys.